Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I am going to be putting together the flip top box by Scrap Diva Designs. So I did one over the summer. It was like a Father's Day card, but today I want to make a Valentine's themed one. I have 3 swaps that I'm working on, and so I figured I could work on a Valentine's card and use it in one of those swaps. So when I took this out, I've only used it once before. It was so confusing to me that I decided, you know what, I'm going to do a little assembly tutorial and try to help you and myself. So if you have not picked this up yet, when you receive it, I recommend that you get each piece because they come attached, right? The layering pieces come attached with the base pieces. So as you're taking them out of the package, have little bags, Ziploc bags, or those Avery style bags that we use to store our dies. Have those little bags and keep each group together. So that's what I tried to go back and do now. And I realized that I had misplaced some pieces, or I had put them together with other dies. So yeah, just be very mindful of that when you're opening up a die set that has a lot of pieces like this one does. Make sure you try to group them together as you're taking them out of the package, right? So first off, these 3 sets go together, and let me show you what I mean. So we are going to start with this first one right here, which is the actual base of your card, and these are the pieces that come with it. And I'm going to show you because I want you to be able to group these pieces together, right? In case you're like me and you've already opened your die set and you didn't separate it, now you will know how. So let me move this out of the way so you won't have that glare. So I've got this piece right here. This is the largest piece in the set. It's got this little opening right here. That's so that you can place a little, there you go. So you can place a little like pull on there. You don't have to, but of course you can. And then you've got these 3 layering pieces. This one right here is gonna, of course, layer on this piece. This is gonna layer here. And then this will layer here. And see, I have one layering piece missing, and I think I know where it is. Let me grab it real quick before I... Okay, so I think I do have all my layering pieces. You're going to have this piece right here and these 3 layering pieces. That is one set right there, okay? So make sure you keep those together in a Ziploc bag or in an Avery bag or whatever. However you separate your dies, magnet, sheets, make sure those are together, okay? So I've got that one out of the way. We've got our piece right here. Now we need our side pieces to assemble our box. So these are the pieces here that we are going to use to assemble our box. Wait, this is the inside of our box. This one right here. Okay. So this is what we have in this second bag. Let me move this way. So we've got these pieces right here, right? And these are going to go attached to our base, just like so. And this is what we need to create the inside of our box. Okay, so this is our base right here. You will have, oh, this is stuck on here. These 2 pieces, like this. Let me show them to you. And what's great about this set is that you get a piece for each. You get a die for each piece that you need. So, you know, you can just run these through once. You don't have to do it several times. So this is what you are going to need to assemble your box. The center piece is the first piece. These 2 sides are these right here. This is the layering piece for each one of these. So these are just going to layer inside where this little stitch mark is, and that's your guide. That's how you know where your pieces go, just like that. Okay. So let's go ahead and layer this piece. I'm just going to add some glutamine. I'm going to rub that down to all the pieces, all the way to the corner, just to make sure it adheres well. What did I do with my towel? I moved it from here. Okay, that's okay. I'll grab it in a minute. Okay, and so we're just going to adhere this right here, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing to this side. We've got our little tab. That's how you know which piece is going to go adhered. Look for those tabs. Those are 100% going to help you, guide you through this process. So you just adhere it onto here. right? And you want to line it up right up to that score mark. You don't want to go onto the score mark because then it's going to be hard to fold your box, right? And then from here, it's super easy, you guys. You're just going to score everything, fold everything in. These pieces right here fold in just for added support, and then you just glue your tabs, right? So I'm going to add some glue to these pieces right here, glue that down just like so. I'll do the same thing on this side. We'll glue that down. Okay, and then we've got our little tabs. Let's glue these sides as well. So I'm going to add some glue to this. And again, these are just going to give your, like, reinforce your box. It's like a double layer for your box. We'll do the same on this side. Keep in mind where that little hole is, because that's how you're going to know that this is going to go to the bottom of your box. Okay, so that's another little guide for you. Another important guide for you. Okay. So we've got that so far, right? That's what that looks like. And then we just need to add adhere our tabs, just like that. So we're just gonna line that up as best we can. Apply some pressure, let that liquid glue dry a little. We'll do this opposite side over here. Just like that. Apply a little bit of pressure on there with your score tool. And we'll do the same to this side. So that is your first piece. And of course you can use hot glue, double-sided tape. If you're using double-sided tape, make sure to use like the orange sticky one, that really strong one, because this is going to be opened and pulled. You know, it's a flip top drawer. So it's going to be moved a lot and tugged on a lot. So you want to make sure that whatever adhesive you're using is a good one, because you don't want this to fall apart, you know, especially if you're gifting it. If you're just using it for yourself to put on a shelf, you know, you might not be opening it as much, but if you're gifting it, you want it to be nice and sturdy. So that is our very first part, you guys. Now let's move on to the next part. Okay, so this is the third piece to our inner box, right? And this is what we have. These are the pieces we have right here. We've got this piece and these two layering pieces, right? This one goes here and this one goes here. And again, you have this guide on your base piece where it actually has stitch detail on it as well. So you've got these three pieces right here. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is going to be the inside part of your box. So we're gonna look for that little hole in there. I don't know if you can see it right there. And we know that this piece is going to go where this goes. So this is what it looks like, right? This tab, and this tab are going to go adhered. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be the lid that opens up and down. So none of this needs glue. None of this part right here needs glue. It's just this bottom piece right here, right? And so I am going to add a little bit of liquid glue to this piece right here first. And I'm going to make sure that hole, that little hole, is in place. And I'm going to put this all the way to the edge and adhere it, right? Just applying pressure. We've got that all the way in, just like that. That's what we have so far, okay? We've glued down this piece right here. Then we have these pieces right here that we want to glue down. And I'm going to add my glue to these, right? And what I'm going to do is hold these back, put them in like this. And I know that I want this to go in here, right? That's how I know where I want these to be. Right? So I need to measure these and add some pressure, a little bit of pressure. Which is why I like using liquid glue, because you have some wiggle room. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I'm gonna add some pressure to this on the side right here to adhere these pieces down. And those are our first 3 pieces. We have completed that part successfully. And now we can move on to the outer part of our box, right? Why won't this go in? Let me see. What am I getting stuck on? There you go. Okay. And you don't have to worry too much about this piece staying down, because mine wants to pop up because you're gonna have that piece that goes on top of this box. So we'll just leave this as is for now. Okay, now let's go on to the next piece. So now we have these 3 pieces, right? These 3 little baggies that we have created. I've got this piece right here. This is what that looks like. This is going to create, again, this is going to create the the outer piece of our box, the part that slides in and out. And this is our first one that we are going to assemble. You've got this piece right here, this base piece right here. Let me put it on the magnet so you can see. So you've got this base piece right here, right? And see how it's got a stitch detail? That's what is alerting you to the fact that you're gonna have layering pieces that have a stitch detail. So you've got that one, and you've got this one, and then you've got this center piece. So this one has 4 pieces, the base and 3 layering pieces, okay? So I'm gonna put that back in my Ziploc bag. And we are going to grab our next one. Next piece we are going to grab is this one right here. This is what it looks like right there. These are gonna go together. Let me show you what this piece has. Okay, so again, we've got a base piece. This base piece, only these 2 pieces have stitch detail. You can see a little stitched line right there, and this one does not have it. So that is alerting me that these 2 pieces have layering pieces, right? So this is going to go here. I'm trying to line them up. Let me see. This one's going to go here, wait, here. And this one is going to go here. And this one does not have a layering piece, so that alerts me that this piece does not belong here. And I think it's the piece that goes with my very first one. If you can remember, I was missing a layering piece for this, and I just found it. So there you go. Okay, so this piece also has 3 pieces. It has the base and 2 layering pieces, okay? So keep that in mind. Let me put that in my Ziploc baggie because I do not want to get confused again. This has been crazy, but it's just a reminder that we need to be you know, really organized when it comes to storing these dies that have a lot of pieces. You know, right off the bat, right when you're taking it out of the packaging, you should be labeling them and adhering them accordingly. Okay, and then lastly, this is the last piece. This is the 3rd piece for the outside, and this is what that looks like. Now, once you know what all your pieces are, it is easy breezy, you guys, to put this together. 3 pieces for the inside, 3 pieces for the outside, and you're golden. Okay, keep that in mind. 3 and 3. All right. And then, of course, you've got all your layering pieces, but you can worry about that once you assemble your box. Okay, so these are the 3 pieces we're going to use to adhere our outside. This final die set right here is going to have this piece. And again, you're going to have your layering piece right there. This goes here, and this goes here. When you're cutting out your layering pieces, you want to be so mindful of the direction of your paper. Your design paper, if it has a certain design that is directional, you know, that needs to go in a certain way, of course, keep that in mind. But these are the 4 pieces for our final piece. Now that we have that out of the way, we can start assembling our outside box. Just going to put these away again because I don't want to be confused ever again with these pieces. We've got this. Okay, so if I remember correctly, this, okay, see this piece right here? These two are wider than this bottom piece right here, and they also have tabs. So we're going to take this piece right here that does not have a tab, and we are going to adhere it to this tab right here, okay? So we've got these 2 pieces. We're going to adhere this to this tab right here. And I'm just going to add some glue. And I want to do step by step because, as I've mentioned before, I require step by step. So I'm sure some of you out there do too. For you, those of you that do not require it, you know, just speed through this portion of it. Head on over to the layering portion, the embellishing portion. You can always hit that speed button, that playback speed button. I love to do that. I love to watch videos at double the speed. You know, if it's a 10-minute video, you can watch it in 5. So I'm just going to start adhering my tabs. I just folded this into here, right? And you just want to be mindful of how it lines up, just like that. And you're going to want to do that same to this tab. Just add your glue and bring it on in like that. And add in enough glue, you know, be generous with your glue. I'm doing mine quickly, but yeah, you want to add enough glue. Make sure it's nice and secure because, as I mentioned before, this is a movable door, flip, is it flip box door? I don't remember what it's called, but it flips. So you want to make sure that it's adhered properly. And then we're going to bring these tabs in here just like that. So this middle part right here, we're going to adhere those 2 tabs, and we are getting there, guys. We are getting there. All right. I like to use my desktop to align these. That helps a lot. Okay, and then this final tab. Okay, so this die set right here, I believe, is $36. But when you think of all the pieces and what you can create with this, I mean, interactive birthday cards, Christmas cards, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's, birthdays. It's so worth it, you guys. It's so worth it because it is adorable. Like, especially if you're a card maker, this is just... And even if you're not a card maker, because I am not a card maker, and this is going to bring my card to next level, you know? So it's a good investment in that it's something that you're going to be able to use all year long. It's not, you know, it's not seasonal. It's not just a Valentine's card or just a birthday card. So this is going to go right on here. Forgot to mention that. Right on here. Just adding some pressure. This is going to fold over. See, this is the piece, our final piece, our third and final piece, and that's going to go right on here. And you'll see that these angles line up properly, just like that. That's how you know where it goes, or that you placed it in the right direction, right? See how they fit into each other. Okay, so then we'll take this piece and slide it in here. Just like so. And we've got our box, you guys. Look how cute. Isn't that adorable? So that's the outside part. All we have to do, all that's left to do is layer all of the pieces, add our little pull tab right here. So this is gonna slide out like this, right? It slides out like this, and then you can have a little sweet treat in here, right? And, or it can slide out completely. You flip your top back, move this back into place. Let me see, what are we stuck on? I don't want to tear anything. This is stuck. Oh, this is stuck on. There you go. And then it can sit on someone's desk. You can do a little embellishment here. And it can sit on someone's desk just like that, you guys. So I'm going to do a part 2 where I embellish this and layer it, because this part is a little lengthy. So yeah, come back for a part 2 on how to, you know, embellish and do all of those fun things. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.